The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences.
Now, put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game can see the boxing boys.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back. Thank God it's Friday, huh? You're getting a double dosage of TBV early in the morning, and I am excited to discuss this new topic because, you know, even though I was one of the first to say that Kovalev, Sergey Kovalev, the 175-pound WBO champion, three-time 175-pound champion, is a cherry for Canelo, that's because I truly appreciate the skill of Canelo Alvarez. Unlike others that are choosing to take this moment to say that Canelo is picking the weakest link in the division, that he's going for an old guy, when in fact he's facing someone quite dangerous. And first ballot Hall of Famer, you know, a man that shared the ring with Manny Pacquiao multiple times. He chimed in. We'll give you the translation of that. Erik Morales gives his opinion and breakdown of Canelo versus Kovalev. This is something we'll be discussing. And Erik, you know, obviously says that he feels this is a mistake or could be a mistake. He says, you know, we'll see if this is a mistake on the part of Canelo because Kovalev is a big man. Now, I'm paraphrasing. We'll stop and go with the audio. It's in Spanish. We got Doomsday, our Hondureño. You know, shout out to Teofimo Lopez and all the Hondureños out there so he can help me with the translation. This is what we'll be discussing this morning. If you're just joining the live stream, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. It helps us grow. And if we get bigger, you get bigger guests on this show. If you haven't checked out some of the guests we had this week, do so. Find us on iHeart, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, iTunes, right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Let's go.
So let's go. Let's go on with the show.
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their cloth. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. Get up, son of a bitch.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yeah, we hit the U-turn on y'all. We right back. About to talk about this little interview, this little few words that Erik Morales had to say about Canelo and his daring to be great matchup against Kovalev. You know what I mean? You know, Erik Morales is a seasoned veteran of the game, and he knows a lot about fighting. So, you know, when he speaks on things, you know, you want to pay attention to it a little bit. You know what I mean? He had his little opinion on it. But we're going to break it down and see if Canelo's in trouble or not, right? Go on to
Mikey. Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. And he stayed out before he said it.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, welcome back for another one to everybody out there in the TBV universe. What up with y'all? And yeah, man, y'all look. Y'all know I don't speak no Spanish. I don't listen to no Spanish, so I really don't know what the hell they be saying. But I was listening to my guy. What's my guy name? What's the guy's name, man? He got a song with
Anuel, right?
Yeah, he got a song with Fat Joe now. You know what I'm saying? So I heard that this past weekend. I didn't hear Erik Morales, but from the title, he seems to think that it's a mistake for Canelo going up to what divisions to try to dare be great against Kovalev, the Crusher. So we'll break it down and talk about that. But big ups to my guy, Anuel.
Yeah, man, I seen his Genesis commercial. He truly taking over. It was splattered all over ESPN.com this morning. I'm like, what the fuck? I go to see boxing, and I got Anuel doing some sort of show there. But, yeah, man, let's go out to Cash Weezy.
What's up, man? Yeah, I just want to say I saw the fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my jab.
Because if he comes to fight, then I'm gonna have to look for him.
I saw the fight too.
I think you accurate.
Good morning. Wipe the coal out my eye. See who's this texting me and why. It's my man Mike from TBV texting me a topic on TV. Yo, man, if you at work and your egg is dripping, wipe your face, man. If you up in the morning at the crib and the YouTube blasting throughout your house, wipe the coal out your eye. Erik Morales saying big mistake, and still, you know, is that going to be heard come November 2nd, right? Let's talk about it. TBV_casual fan, that's my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up too, man. Give me a thumbs up.
Let me go to this audio. Oh, wait, I gotta unmute it.
Una pelea interesante. Kovalev es mal que bien sigue siendo campeón, si no mal recuerdo.
So far, I'm gonna go stop and go here. He's saying it's a very interesting fight. If he says, si no me equivoco, Kovalev is still a champion. So, which means if I'm not mistaken, Kovalev is still champion.
Peleador fuerte.
He's a strong fighter.
Es un peleador duro.
He's a
hard
fighter.
Tough fighter.
I mean, duro. I guess duro could be
rudo.
He said rudo?
Yeah.
I heard duro, but all right.
A lo mejor ya está grande y su edad le pesa arriba del ring.
He says maybe he's a bit old now and his age could show up in the ring. Would you accept that as an acceptable translation, Doomy?
Yeah, he said he's a little heavy, you know, a little heavy in the ring. He's old. He's probably a little heavy.
Pero la experiencia que tiene, pues va a ser una pelea muy complicada.
He says, but the experience that Kovalev has, it's going to be a very difficult fight.
Yeah.
Veremos si realmente vamos a ver si no se equivocó Canelo, ¿no?
He said, veremos, so let's see if in reality Canelo didn't make a mistake.
Ventaja porque está más joven, más fuerte, más rápido. Pero la fuerza la tiene Kovalev.
He says Canelo is younger, faster, but the power is Kovalev who has it.
Y de un golpe se puede acabar todo.
And Kovalev can end it with just one punch.
Pienso que es un sube tan grande para Canelo, el 50 libras, o disculpa, el 15 libras.
So the interviewer is asking, does he feel that the 50 or 15 pounds, I don't know why he chose 50, I'm just translating, but he said 50 or 15 pounds will be a difference for Canelo who's moving up.
Pues
en cuerpo se ve en gran diferencia, ¿no?
He says, well, in the body you can see a huge difference, right? Doomy, that you would
a grand difference.
Grand.
Yeah, you can see a big difference.
Big difference, okay.
Una pegada de 15 libras es mucho.
He says a punch from a dude 15 pounds heavier than you is
a lot.
Pareciera que no, pero es mucho. Bueno.
He says it might look like it won't be, but it's a lot.
Gracias, sir. Gracias.
All right, and that's the end of the interview. So, Mike, since you're the one that had to get it fragmented into English, what did you think?
Yeah, I'm looking like right now, like in my first thought, like I appreciate the concern for Canelo, but bruh, like you ain't done what Canelo did. I'm looking at your resume. Seems like every time you stepped up, my nigga, you lost. Like you know,
Talking about Morales.
Marcos Maidana, motherfucking Manny Pacquiao, Danny Garcia.
Bro, but that's at the end of his career. He beat Prime Pacquiao, bro.
Okay, he beat Prime Pacquiao.
Hell yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
Okay,
hell yeah, and he beat Barrera, champ. You wilding right now. Your tongue.
Why are you trying to go
blasphemy,
through alleged?
Dog, this dude, yo. When I opened up, I said first ballot Hall of Famer, champ.
Whoa!
Yeah, he got a split decision to Marco Antonio.
But why you decimating my man's resume in order to get?
No, listen, Mike. Really. If you watch Erik Morales versus Antonio Barrera, you will be a fan of boxing.
Okay, cool. But I'm back to this Canelo point. Like, man, if it's too much for Canelo, let him sign up for it. So, but I mean, mistake. I don't know if it's a mistake. I mean, it's well thought out, in my opinion. It's well placed. Kovalev's coming off a very, very tough fight. His last fight, older, longer in the tooth, could take a little bit more time to recuperate in between training camps. So, yeah, man, it's like for it to be a mistake, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a little bit too strong of a word, but to be cautionary, hell yeah, be cautionary about it, for sure.
Hey, check it out, man. I'm gonna start it with this. Have you guys, been paying close attention? The press conference, the selfies, the being next to each other, the tapping on the shoulder. Listen, to the guys that don't know this, but this is what's done in the streets. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to size a guy up, you shake his hand, you tap him on his hombro. Get a feel for the guy. And I've seen Canelo looking at this guy a couple of times, like, okay, this guy's big, and he is big. Kovalev is a lot bigger. And to all the people who keep talking about this liver shot, I mean, listen, I'm one of those guys too. But you got to understand, Kovalev is in a different place right now than he was when he fought Andre Ward. All right, he's not down in bottles of vodka anymore. You know what I mean? He's concentrating. He went after his losses. He went back and he made his adjustments. And he's pretty much. I'm not living with the guy, but he's portraying a clean life right now. And I don't know if these body shots are gonna finish him off like we're all expecting. We're all expecting Kovalev to throw his hands up and just give Canelo these shots. Canelo's gonna have real big shots coming at him. And going back to what Erik Morales said, it doesn't seem like much, but every pound of weight you add on to the other fighter, you add pounds of pressure on his punch. All right, 15 pounds extra. That's a lot. That's a lot from what he's normally getting or what he's normally used to getting punched by. The hardest puncher you guys could probably tell me he got hit by is probably Gennady Golovkin, right? Am I all in agreement with you guys?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I would say so.
Gennady Golovkin and Kovalev, they sparred together. You know what I mean? Only thing I can say is Kovalev said Triple G had a hard head, but we don't know how those sparring sessions went. And he's a 160-pounder, and Canelo took shots from him. So we know Canelo.
Wait, but Canelo sparred with Kovalev too.
Yeah, he did, but it's a little different when you actually going into competition.
Yeah, with 8 ounces or 10 ounces. This 54, this 75, so it's 10 ounces.
So you're in there, you got sometimes the bar covering your face. You've got a whole bunch of stuff, but, he has the experience. He knows what it is to get in there with a Kovalev. So that's all good and all. But when it's fight time and you got a guy trying to take your head off and you're not used to getting hit. Eric Garcia says, "Sonate la nariz, Dumi." Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, when you're not used to getting hit by these bigger guys, look, Canelo's gonna move up. They're both gonna be on an even playing field, 175. But Kovalev has been getting hit by 175-pound guys in high competition for a long time. Canelo hasn't. So that's one thing to worry about. Seeing how he's gonna take a punch from a true 175-pounder, and I think that's where Erik Morales was kind of like, did he make the right decision? Kovalev towers him, man. And the power is the last to go. So even though he's the older guy and Canelo has the advantage with the speed and the youth, Kovalev still fighting at high velocity. Did a 12-rounder with a young guy in Yardy. So yeah, that's my opinion on it.
I'm gonna give mine real quick. Morales sound like a lot of the fans. Mistake is the selling point of this fight. Is it a mistake? That's what we're all banking on. But we're forgetting that Canelo willingly took the fight, knowing that he could win and seeing mistakes that Kovalev possesses. I don't think Kovalev is going to destroy Canelo like we all think. So, yeah, Morales dropped a bunch of points, but the fans have that same issue. My thing is, there's another thing going on with like anti-doping isn't involved. That's where mistakes could be happening. But other than that, I see Canelo and Kovalev being a monstrous fight and a dangerous fight. But I think that's why we're going to tune in and watch, and this is going to be a big fight.
Is that confirmed? I didn't get to read that article you put in there, Mike. Did you read it, and can you confirm that there's no drug testing?
I didn't read it either, just to be honest. I just read the title.
I did not read it as of yet. It's not going to asperse judgment right now about the drug testing. I'm pretty sure that it'll come out. Let me scan through it right quick.
So while he's doing that, Alex Doomsday mentioned somebody was filling somebody up, sizing him up. To me, I didn't see the video of it. I only saw the selfie shot from two perspectives, and I'm saying Kovalev was doing the sizing up with the touchy feely. He was the one with the arm around the shoulder. So what are your thoughts?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Cash is like they were both doing that. You know, when when Andre Ward came out and said, "Oh, they're not supposed to be doing that," I don't see just that. I don't see people getting friendly. I see people playing chess. You know what I mean? And trying to size each other up. You know, this game is about inches, man, and it's like you got to be clever in everything you're doing. When things like that, when I see stuff like that, you're sizing me up. You know, you're sizing me up. So they were both sizing each other up, tapping each other on the shoulder, hugging each other. You know, hey. And all that other stuff, and
I never look at Canelo being friendly to any of his opponents. He may shows a point of professionalism, but he's never really smiley like he was on this one. You know?
I mean, rarely do I ever really see Canelo getting out of character. The last fight I seen him getting out of character was
Golovkin when he pushed him.
Yeah, when they started kind of pushing each other.
He did that with Jacobs too at the weigh-in.
That's what I was saying.
He's starting to sell himself more and more. He understands, man. He understands.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. He don't smile. He's smiling now with Kovalev.
Well, it's that everybody that fights him thinks he's soft. So that's their thing. It's like, oh, you the golden boy. You've been given this. You know, I could beat Canelo. Right. Everybody thinks they could beat him. Then they get in there and he's beating them.
That's the red hair. They treating him like a redhead stepchild.
Yeah, you know.
But I think Kovalev got him smiling somehow, and on some friendly shit.
I got some news right quick, man. From the VADA Twitter page, both Canelo and Crusher Kovalev are also enrolled in WBC boxing year-round clean boxing program administered by VADA Testing. #Clean Sport. But to that context, the article that Cass Weezy was referring to, Paulie Malignaggi came out and said he was under the clean boxing program also, and he said he's only tested like once in like the 7 months that he was a part of it. So he also says that VADA has no money and that the sport is has a lot of drug cheats in it. But nothing Paulie hasn't said before. And I'm just glad that both guys are in the VADA testing program. So we have, in my opinion, the standard leader in drug testing in the sport of boxing. So hats off to both guys.
Yeah, man. Happy to hear that, man. A lot of people like to use that as a point on Canelo. So good to see that it's year round too. Year round. Maybe that was part of that franchise sign up.
And like I said, like when it first started, Canelo never really, Canelo, Willie Monroe, those guys never just came out to me as a cheater. I'm just giving my humble opinion about it.
All right.
Man, Willie Monroe, man, we haven't heard from the Worm in a minute.
Yeah, man. Where Willie at, man?
Mongoose.
The Mongoose.
Yeah. I mean, I never consider Canelo a cheater either, but you got to put him under the suspect microscope when the beef was incorporated.
Absolutely.
So, and how it just came up, and that's like there was another fighter who used the beef as an excuse, and he obviously pled guilty if he had to go get suspended. You know, he didn't appeal that. He just he was just suspended and came back. You know, that's like you do a sentence. So now if he had an application, were you ever found guilty for an offense in boxing? He has to check yes. Am I wrong?
I doubt they have those on applications.
Nah, but I'm just saying he has to check yes, right? Am I wrong or right? He has to check yes.
No.
He said right. Guilty. You're Otherwise, right. It would have been like not guilty, man. I'm fighting this shit all the way through. So why y'all silent though? I thought y'all was boxing talk right here, man. Doomy, where you at? Doomy?
Call you silent.
You got a mistake going on? Could Canelo have made a mistake fighting Kovalev?
Yo.
Is the mistake in the ring or is the mistake the weight? You know, did Morales sound like a fan?
Look, I'm looking at both these guys, and they're meeting at 175, bro. Everything's even except for what I mentioned before. Like, Canelo's never been in there high competitively fighting with somebody that's 175. I'm not talking about no sparring. I'm talking about when has he fought high competition against a puncher, 175? And you know he's taller, arms are longer, and he's a good fighter. He's gonna have to get on the inside and be able to like risk getting hit. It's definitely a call for greatness, and whether or not it's a mistake, I don't know yet. I'll know in the first couple of rounds. I'll tell you that, you know, when I see it. But Erik Morales,
on paper, it's not a mistake to you. That's what you're saying.
I mean, on paper too. I mean, Kovalev's been in there with hitters, man, 175-pound hitters, man. This is definitely a case for him to be great and remembered, you know, as a fighter that, you know, went up. How many divisions to fight this guy? Three divisions. 2 divisions to fight this guy, and it's definitely gonna add to Canelo's legacy. But like going back to what Erik Morales said, we'll see if he made the right pick.
Did you guys by chance happen to see Andre Ward on Max on Boxing this past Friday?
No,
not me.
Well, what did he say?
We were just talking about the fight, and Max asked him if he will be interested in the winner, and he was just like, I don't think Canelo want those problems. I don't think they'll say my name like that.
So he's fishing, Mike.
So I was right.
In my opinion, doing a little fishing.
Fishing.
So I was right. If Canelo wins, he could get him, and Canelo should go for him. Get him 2 years out of he got legitimately 2 years out of inactivity.
He will probably want a step-up fight, though. I mean, a warm-up, tune-up.
He's smart like
Ward.
that. He's smart like that.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Ward's smart. He'll probably take 2 tune-ups.
Exactly.
He'll say, I'll
what
fight
he
him
did
after
with Kovalev.
He'll say, I'll fight him after Triple G. You know?
Hey, for Ward, that would be better because that means the zone could give him a multi-fight deal. So he'll get a tune-up. Imagine Ward get a tune-up, then Gennady, then Canelo. Oh, my Lord.
That might be some sick right there, boy.
Doomy, I have a question, right? You a boxer. Moving up. Canelo's moving up. Everybody's saying, yo, Kovalev's power. Will Canelo lose his agility? Or does he also gain power? Like, what does he gain by moving up or lose?
Well, what I could say about that is that Canelo's on his way up anyway. And my personal opinion is why he's taking on these fights with heavier guys is because, you know, it was getting harder to stay at those weights. He's a grown he's a grown ass man now. You know what I mean? He got the father weight. He been had that. It was getting tougher for him to be in those lower weight classes.
But the question comes about 33, 34 years old.
You know what I'm saying? But he caught it.
No, the question: does he lose agility? Does he gain power?
Hold on. I'm leading up to that, Cash.
Answer, give me a chance.
I having to hold the conversation.
You Johnny Bravo in the mic right now.
It's a podcast. Sometimes you say something that leads to another conversation, but we always come back to it.
So check it. You totally threw a wrench in my shit right now too. Now
he got the dad weight on his body.
So right now he got the weight. So he's been on his way up. I think that you know, his trainer Reno and Chepo, you know what I'm saying? They've been noticing what's been going on. They know his fighters, so all these fights are being taken smart, and they know that Canelo, he can easily be at 175. You know what I mean? He probably walks around at 180, 190. All he would have to do is get a little bit of muscle, and going right into what you asked, will that slow him down? He's still the younger guy. He's still going to be the faster guy. Reflexes, I mean, science tells you this, unless, you know, you're some special specimen like my man Floyd. You know what I mean? But he's if you look at the science behind it, he's still going to be the faster man, even if he's a little heavier. They'll work on his strength and conditioning. They'll work to, you know, make sure that none of his speed is lost. And the weight that he'll add will be muscle. He'll be turning his body into muscle, so he's going to punch harder. He's going to be punching a lot harder, and he's going to have the 175-pound weight behind his skill.
I think if he loses his agility, I asked you that question because if he loses his agility either like by 10 or 25% because he moved up, then it's going to be an easier fight. Not saying easier in the way he's going to win, but an easier target for Kovalev. I think Kovalev does pivot a lot too. And, you know, he fought a Ward, who's a boxer, technical fighter. To me, Canelo has to keep that agility to outwork Kovalev's power. Otherwise, it's going to be a fight, a slugfest, and you know who's going to get the best of the slugfest if they land on that button.
If I was Canelo, I wouldn't worry about putting on added muscle or added weight. I would try to stay around my walk-around weight. I think it's probably between 175 and 180 anyway for Canelo. Right. And if he's able to come in at that weight where you ain't got to lose weight or drain yourself or get on the scales, then I think that could be a very, very, very positive thing for Canelo. Because I've always been of the mindset, the closer you fight to your walk-around weight, the better fighter, in my opinion, that you are.
I understand. Mike Gross, have you come across the rehydration clause?
Oh, sir, I have not. No, sir, I have not.
So there's no argument on like somebody being stuck down.
There's an argument.
It is an argument, but it's not a fact.
Last week, I mean, there is an argument, but right now I have no proof to say that there is or isn't one.
That's the Gibbs. Your thoughts on the agility of
I mean,
Canelo
I'm
Alvarez?
not gonna say he's gonna lose any agility because he's been working on this style of fighting for a long time now.
Does he gain power?
Does he gain power? I mean, yeah, I think they're gonna work on power, man, because now they ain't gotta lose weight. So they're gonna be, you know, the strength and conditioning is gonna be more about strength and conditioning and less than about weight loss.
Right. So, have you come across a rehydration clause?
Nah, man. I don't.
I think it would have been out already.
No,
man.
I don't have the article now, but we found articles after that show that said that there isn't one, man. You know,
I think
people want to make my boy look bad because he looking good. You know.
And how many times have we used
that's that normal though
on the Boxing Voice?
Say what?
Contract. Huh?
So how many times have we used that publication on the Boxing Voice? I mean, I never really gave any credence to Boxing News 24.
No, I'm pretty sure we found an article after that, though. That's what I said.
If there was one, I think it would have been already out there, man. I mean, the contract's signed and sealed, this fight's scheduled, so unless they plan on like throwing in something last moment where they left themselves a backdoor in a contract to be able to do that, I think it would have been already out there. I think Kathy Duva, I mean, somebody would have got wind of it out there, you know. I think that Canelo's truly gonna let this man come in at 185 and shit.
Shit, 185. Then a couple of them probably come in the ring like, if he don't have a rehydration clause, it might come in like a 190, between 190 and 195.
But that works better, I think, for Canelo. Don't y'all think? You don't think the bigger Kovalev is a more sluggish Kovalev?
And who knows if Kovalev decides to even do that? Kovalev might just want to stay within 10 pounds of that. You know, he who knows what's on the minds of their teams and what their game plan and how they're looking at Canelo as an opponent.
I think the difference here is Buddy McGirt, man. Buddy McGirt's now gonna have what three? This will be his third full camp with him.
Yeah. They built a good relationship.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Buddy has gotten to know Kova and his lifestyle outside of the ring, and even gotten to maybe get good game plans already set in play for him to be able to make those weights and still feel strong, not sluggish. I mean, he was in trouble, man. He was in trouble with Yardy in that round, but it's a fight. Giving Yardy his credit, he came to fight.
And if you don't quit saying motherfucking Yardy, man, we
Yard.
Fight today. Do me and you.
Yard, man. Yard.
To see your
Yardy sounds so much better with the E. Yard. Yard, man. Yard.
Day.
So my man Yard came to fight. He made it a fight, and he pushed Kova. A lot of people are going to say, like, oh, look, Kova looks whack. Had this dude come out of nowhere and, make him look like that. But Kova did his thing, and he came back from that round and still pulled off a stoppage. So I see him, being strong. And
this is why it's a big fight. This is why it's a big fight, because it's all about who has the power punch advantage here. And I think it's leaning towards Kovalev. And like Nestor said, they hate on my boy because he's looking good. So,
I mean, what does this do for Kovalev, right, Rick? You know what I'm saying? What does this do for Kovalev?
What does it do? A lot. He's fighting that ticket that everybody wants. And if he wins, if he defeats him,
Bruh.
he got a rematch, obviously. And then after that, he probably could fight. I mean, Ward come back.
This was a 8-figure payday, bro. If he beats Canelo, he got some fucking rematch that Canelo might not even take. Like, this is instant. This is instant first ballot Hall of Fame.
And ain't it 8 figures even after he paid Duval?
Hell yeah.
It was guaranteed.
Man. He had to cut. It sounded like he had to cut them about 2 each, so he took home 10, which is fucking crazy, bro. That's a lot of money for 2 promoters to get $2 million each.
That's a lot. They ain't take a punch.
So do you think we're ever gonna get a disclosure on some of the details of that contract for us to be able to find out if there was hydration clause?
After the fight, man. If Canelo beats the hell out of Kovalev, Buddy McGirt or Kathy Du will be like, well, it's because they made us do X, Y, Z, 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 Z. But let's go out to the callers, man.
Smash that thumbs up button if you listen to the show. If you want to go one step farther, head over to the patreon.com/theboxingvoice and catch us out later today for Untitled. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Speaking of Untitled, we have the Untitled topics and question posts out on Patreon. So if you want to ask us something, that's the place to put it. If you want to discuss something, that's the place to put it.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Sorry, man.
I got a question for all y'all, man. Y'all ever dated like a stripper?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Bruh, I just dated a stripper when I just got out my divorce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Do we know? Hell yeah. It wasn't bad either. It wasn't bad. It wasn't. But we'll talk about it on Untitled.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Can't give him the tea like that. We out.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Motherfucker gonna tell me I'm not a stripper, I'm a dancer. I'm like, is your titties out?
I mean, shit. I call her whatever she want to be called.
She in denial.
She want to be called a stripper, a dancer. I'm gonna call her whatever she wants, especially if she's looking good.
She's sensitive to what she's doing. That's what it is.
I thought dancing meant stripper, but I think she actually like one of those dancers at a club, like a go-go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they got those performers.
Okay. She's probably one of them girls that you at the club and she on like the little box that light up, just dancing and shit all night.
Yeah.
Let's go out to Seattle.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxSports.com.
From the fires, Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen.
Man, he got the desperado. He's not even ready. We're going out to CYPLA.
Yo, man. It's about Erik Morales. Oh, man, Mike. I love you, man, and I love you because we cooking right now. I'm going to cook for you. We had a show about Terrence Crawford maybe being Hall of Fame, not being Hall of Fame. If you look at Erik Morales' resume compared to Terrence Crawford's resume, by now, ain't no boxer in history going to say I want to be Erik Morales over Terrence Crawford. You got to look at people who are in the Hall of Fame. Look at who's in the Hall of Fame, measure them to dudes who are not in and active right now. That's how you determine if he's getting in. Erik Morales did beat Barrera. He did beat Pacquiao. But in both those fights, it was a split decision. So he barely won. And in the rematches, he got knocked out. So in a Pacquiao fight, you give him credit for it. I understand you give him credit because you can't take it away. But when you do a 2 out of 3, if you lose 2 of those 3, it erases. Now, you can keep it for yourself and your fan base and your family. But when you lose 2 out of 3, especially by knockout, you can't go around talking about, hey, man, you know I beat dude. Yeah, but he knocked your ass out twice. So move on. And we know that Manny Pacquiao, every fight from the Manny Pacquiao that we know, every fight that he fought, he was not the underdog. When he fought Morales in that first fight, he was actually the underdog. When he rematched him, he wasn't, and he knocked his ass out. That's the difference. So Terrence Crawford 100% is a Hall of Famer if Erik Morales is a Hall of Famer. Hate to come at it like that, Mike, but it is what it is. We need to start a petition to get that show canceled and erased from history so we don't look stupid on here talking about a Terrence Crawford, a damn Hall of Famer. Get real. CYP out.
No, we got to leave the show because it gives callers like you a chance to call in and give their opinion about a topic that we talked about. So I think we should leave the show up. And I'm pretty sure we are.
Man, he bugging. I don't know. I got lost when he started comparing Crawford to Erik Morales. Like, Crawford doesn't even have a Pacquiao fight, let alone win. And he ain't got no Barrera fight, let alone win. So it wouldn't matter how many losses Erik Morales got. Like, he fought those dudes. Those are, like, legendary dudes. That's like, you know, like, man, I don't know. Whatever.
We'll have our time for our welterweights to fight each other too.
Yeah, man. And that's why I value what Keith did. He fought 2 of this generation's welterweights. Like, and people brush it off. That's the sad part. Exactly what they're doing right now to Erik Morales, which is crazy. But we're going to go to Cali. We're going to cut that short, too, with all these flaggy flags. But, JP, good morning. How are you in Cali, Long Beach? Stand up.
Yes, sir. Long Beach, stand up. Man, I'm in the office. But y'all know I've been on my soapbox with this Canelo. And I'm not doing this because I don't like Canelo. I actually love Canelo. And I feel he's too good for his resume to be littered with these asterisks, what I call it. But to me, it's just been a clear cycling pattern. And so I hear you guys try to validate it this morning by saying, oh, he's in year-round testing. Do we know what year-round testing means? Because VADA released, as of the 19th, that says we'd like to welcome back Canelo into our program. Welcoming him back, meaning that he wasn't involved in it. Okay? So then you have to go back and see, damn, when was that last fight? Maybe about a year or so ago or more. And then you wonder, how the fuck is Canelo about to go up here to 175, no catch weight, and I bet you he come in ripped to shreds with no fat on him. Dog, I mean, it's just a clear cycling pattern to me. I got him crumbling Kovalev with a left hook to the body, crumbling him, depleting him in the 6th round.
Yo,
but that's what I want to talk back on.
Did Kell Brook not look excellent at 160 in his weigh-in?
He did.
All right. So why can't Canelo look good?
But that's only 4 pounds. That's only 4 pounds.
4 pounds?
Canelo about to go up 15.
Champ. How is it 4 with
147 to 60?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. That's 13. But, Kell Brook has been a giant. He was a giant welterweight. giant. Probably the biggest at the time.
fam, people was calling Canelo big at 47. His back was looking like a fucking Cadillac back then, champ.
Yeah, at 47. But
he turned pro at
60,
15. He was knocking out grown men at 15 because his body was always big. Man, come on, man. Y'all
He's
terrible,
tiny at
man.
60.
Y'all
He's
terrible.
tiny at 60.
All right.
He's tiny at 60.
Tiny.
And then he went up.
He looked damn good versus Gennady. Damn good.
I wouldn't say that. He arguably lost both those fights.
Man, we talking body. We talking body. Your argument is body. Your argument is, I bet you he moves up and looks all good in body and muscle. Oh, yeah. Did he look good?
I can't say he looked better the second fight than he did the first fight. He was a little bit slimmer.
All right. Look better.
Now, how are we going to go to 175 in a year's time? That's impossible, man. That's impossible.
Bruh, this is why he doing it. This is why he doing it, because they know you going to tune in because you think it's impossible. So you going to have to come see the impossible. You going to have to come see the impossible. And he going to prove to you that anything is possible with Canelo.
Hey, I'm going to be available for that Border Wars if y'all need any help with production or anything. Count me in.
Perfect. You the champ, man. LA, stand up. We got Jesus. I'm sorry. Be right back, Jesus. Jesus, get yourself off speaker. Go ahead, Mike.
Are we officially like the Canelo voice now?
Hell yeah.
Canelo's the man until he's not.
That's what I like. I like that I'm that powerful that anytime I take a liking to a fighter, we change the whole title of the fucking brand. It's like the Thurman voice, the Wilder voice, the Canelo voice. You know, it's going to be Erik Morales' voice. Y'all going to put some respect on Morales' name, man. Sheesh.
Viva Mexico.
Yo, how many divisions Morales moved up? Somebody count that while I get to a caller. Count how many divisions he moved up. Jesus.
I already did.
Hello?
What up, champ?
Hello? Yo, it's going to be a great fucking fight, man. Canelo versus Kovalev is going to be a great fucking fight. Can't wait to see it. I'm going to try to go see it in the movie theaters. And Canelo's playing with fire. He could get knocked out. He could get dropped. He could lose. But fuck it. He's making shit exciting. Like, he wants us to smoke. He's going to get it. I got Canelo, though. And I agree with you, Ness, what you said earlier right now. I agree with you. Like, we're going to watch. We're going to watch that shit. You know? Because I don't disagree with nobody that says he's going to lose. I don't disagree with nobody that says he's going to get lose or get knocked out. But I don't even care because I'm going to watch that shit. That shit's going to be bad. So I agree with you, Nick. That's my call, man.
All right, Jesus. Thanks for calling in. John, you just listening or you ready to chit chat? Guess not. So yeah, man, gentlemen. Oh wait, we got someone else. What's up, Adumi?
No. I was just gonna quickly say, right, going back into strategies and why people pick opponents. You know, like. You know, a lot of people gave Canelo shit talking about he cherry picked, right? But when is a cherry pick really a cherry pick? Is a cherry pick because I strategically picked you, because I saw some things? I mean, a cherry pick is when you're cherry picking in your same division, right?
Nah, I think a cherry pick is indicated by the public. If the public feels that you are in a handicap fight, then that's the cherry, right? Like Canelo, that was
What's
cherry.
The nigga name that Danny Garcia just fought with the brick shorts on?
Granados?
Nah, with the brick shorts on.
Oh, you talking about Salka?
Right, Salka.
Yeah,
Salka. It's like a cherry is an obvious win for you. You know what I'm saying? Like obvious win. Like, you know, Tom Schwartz, Otto Wallen, all those are cherries. You know what I mean? Like obvious wins. Like people call Rocky Fielding a cherry because the skill is there's such a huge disparity that it's like, nah, man, you shouldn't be fighting that dude. You know you're going to blow him out. But they trying to sell it as, oh, he's moving up. That dude is big. It's just a cherry.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that the cherry picking goes out the window once you start going up weight divisions. I mean, if there's that much of a skill disparity, maybe I could agree with you. But, like, if you're going up a lot of weight, I don't think that's cherry cherry at all. You know, I think
that's
cherry.
what I'm
cherry
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I call it a cherry when it first was a rumor because for me it's like I know what Canelo could do. So I'm like hell yeah, he could take this dude out. But I think it's a dangerous fight.
It is a dangerous fight, but I think this is something that I think that, and this is where I was going with the whole cherry picking thing. Like I know the team Canelo saw something in Kovalev, and that's not a cherry pick. I'm pretty sure the team is just comparing their style against the fighter's style that they're facing, right? And one thing I was just thinking, I'm like, when I never see Kovalev throw any looping punches. I never really see him. His punches are always straight. You know, he tries to keep you at the end of the jab. He tries to hit you with that strong right. I don't never see him, you know.
Check this out, yo. The actual definition of cherry picking is different.
What is it?
That means everybody's cherry pick. The action or practice of choosing and taking the most beneficial or profitable items, opportunities, etc. from whatever is available. So, you know, Earl Mikey cherry picking, you know, Pacquiao, you know, Mikey, whatever, whoever sells more, whatever you think is more profitable, because that's the truth, right? Because that's
the true meaning. Then
no, that is the true meaning. Because you figure a hardcore fan, right? Like I would tell Brandon, like, man, Bud don't bring nothing to the table, so he's not profitable, he's not lucrative, and that hence they're cherry picking, not gonna.
We hear that all the time.
No, yeah, Dan, that shit makes crazy sense.
So leading up to Canelo, I think that Canelo, since he's so good to the body, he throws vicious hooks. I think that the team Canelo saw Kovalev, saw his style, and didn't think of him as a weak fighter. It's just they see that chink in the armor, and I think it's gonna be that straight punches against looping punches, and I think I'm gonna see Canelo in Kovalev's chest the whole fight.
I was trying to get the urban definitions for cherry pick. Fucking looking.
Because cherry, when you're moving up weight divisions, man, you can't call people a cherry picker, man. Because shit, and then if we're going by that definition, Canelo definitely ain't a cherry picker because I mean it's not like if he loses he loses a lot. You know,
no, and not only that, if you go by the Google definition, the Triple G fight is supposedly more lucrative. It's supposedly a bigger fight.
Oh, you see?
I found a definition to it says, while ignoring a significant portion of related cases or data that may contradict the position. That's definition 2 of cherry picking. You ignore the significant one.
Yeah.
It's the act of pointing at an individual cases or data that seem to confirm a particular position.
Who's to say that Charlo or Andre is more significant or more a significant fight than Kovalev at 175?
And after defining cherry picking, it's not a bad thing. It's an intelligent move, actually. You going what is worth it for you.
But most of the time,
your pursuit to happiness, which is an amendment.
But most of the time, cherry picking is a intelligent move. You're taking the least risk for the
high reward.
We've seen it with
the better reward.
I mean,
but in boxing, cherry picking washes your reputation.
The culture has made it a bad term, and not knowing like the true definition of it, we also gave it a little credence. But knowing the definition of it now, it's like no way in shape or form like a bad term.
But it is in this because the risk, boxers want to see the boxer take a risk to then be like, yo, I'm great. They don't want to see the boxer pick somebody with a belt that was given the belt and then claim greatness. They want to see you go through that meat grinder
every time they get in the ring, though. Like, we didn't think Anguilla was going to be able to beat Peter Quillen this weekend. Let's just keep it all the way 100. We did a motherfucking show Thursday night where me and Ness both picked Peter Quillen, and we both picked him quite comfortably.
I did too.
Hell yeah. I thought Angulo was all the way done.
Me too.
We didn't
But
think
you know,
Kovalev was going to be able to push Fury and cut him with a clean punch and make it turn into be a
hell yeah. You tell me Ottawa was gonna cut his face with a real punch, I would have bet money he don't even punch him hard. Like I would have lost money. I'm telling you, because yo, watching that replay, that shit was a clean loopy left.
punch right in the eye, eyebrow.
Our motherfucking uncle from the barbecue.
Did we think
Soto was gonna go out there and beat Brandon Rios either? I'm just saying what you know what I'm saying. Like,
and I ain't never thought Karras was gonna beat Andre Berto all that time ago. Just like I ain't think fucking Robert Guerrero was gonna beat Andre Berto. They both was prime, and Berto got washed that fight.
Just like nobody thought Andy Ruiz would beat AJ.
Berto always got trouble with guys that
they got just for a living. Beat Machado twice, knocked his ass out twice. So I'm just saying, big
But
dog.
those don't sound like cherry picks though.
They
Machado Cancillo was like, I mean, it was.
What about Jorge Linares?
Oh my God, ain't nobody think Cano was gonna knock him out in like a round and a half.
Yeah. Well, those are more like upsets.
But that's
those
what happens in
picks.
boxing. That's what happens. No, but that is a cherry pick, dog. When you pick somebody you're supposed to win, and then the upset happens. That's cherry picking going wrong.
So you pick somebody that you're supposed to defeat.
My
and then
nizzle,
upset.
Linares picked Cano coming off of beatdowns, hoping to get a tune-up, and got beat down. That's what I'm talking about. Cherry picking gone wrong.
Damn. So Quillen versus Angulo was considered cherry picking?
It was late notice. Like, I think Angulo had like 4 weeks to get ready.
Bro, there's a reason that I was out here saying if Mikey beat Earl, he would have been the new Canelo.
Why?
My nigga, because it's unfathomable.
Yeah. If Mikey would have beat Earl, shit, Michael would have been shit.
I think he still, if he beats Pacquiao, if Mikey beats Pacquiao, he'll become a Canelo.
No, he won't. Get your crazy ass out of here, man. Y'all got no standards, man. What do I care that you beat Pacquiao when I already know Pacquiao's afraid of Earl? That's like back in the day, you beating Cotto at 160, but not beating Gennady. Like, who gives a fuck? We knew who's the best in the division.
And it's not David against Goliath. When we looked at Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence, it was a modern day boxing David and Goliath. We seen a big welterweight, the guy from 135 coming up 2 divisions, smaller, you know what I'm saying, has the shorter reach, has to figure out something, a way to get in and defeat that man. You beat Pacquiao, man, nigga, y'all the same height. You know what I'm saying? Y'all own the same length. You know what I'm saying? Y'all comfortable. Y'all comparable. But yeah, do we got any more callers in this?
We have Brandon in Cincinnati.
What up, B?
What's going on, guys? I agree with you guys, man. I said at the beginning when this fight was made, this wasn't no cherry pick. I thought this was a good fight. I still think this fight's gonna go to the distance. I feel like this fight's gonna look similar to the Daniel Jacobs fight. It's gonna be, Canelo just outboxing a bigger, slower fighter with his, he showed some slick head movement and shit. Really stepped his defense up, and I think that's how this fight's gonna look. I don't think Canelo's gonna stop him. I just don't think Kovalev can, box with Canelo at this point. Canelo getting better every fight. That's the scary part about this dude, man. His boxing skills just get better and better from the first Gennady fight to the second Gennady fight up until the Jacobs fight. I mean, we thought Jacobs had a shot. Jacobs really went in there and shit the bed. So, yeah, I got Canelo going the distance outboxing this guy, man. And as far as cherry picking, y'all hit it on the head. Salka, Danny Garcia, man, that's like the biggest cherry of all time. And Danny Garcia versus Mauricio Herrera really not too far behind now. And he had like back-to-back cherries when you think about it. And when you think about it, his career really ain't been the same since he did that shit. People started really not fucking with him after them 2 cherries. And one of them wasn't like a cherry going wrong. So that's my call, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, Brandon. Looks like we got Lemon. What up? Lemon, where you from? I always get confused. Is it just North Cal? Lemon?
Yeah. Hey, Ness, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No, I'm from Fresno, California.
Fresno.
Yeah, it's northern. It's Central Cal.
Shout out to the Bulldogs.
It's more Central Cali though. Hey, Ness, and Mike, man, check it out. This fight is good, man. It's fucking great because Canelo's going up 2 weight divisions, man. There is that risk. There's that risk factor. That's why we don't know what's going to happen. Like we know what's going to happen. Canelo's going to win, but there's that chance, and that's what everyone's excited about. Everyone's excited about. Hey, they know that there's a chance Canelo could how he's going to deal with that power. I don't know if he's going to get knocked out or what. The casual fans are already calling me, asking me, hey, you got DAZN, right? Casual fans asking about DAZN. And that's what this fight does, is bringing in the audience. And so cherry pick, I would say only the hardcores are saying that because, we know that the age, we know Kovalev, how he looked his last couple fights. I'm not talking about the yard fight. He won, but we both know that Canelo's not going to run out of the tank like Yard did. And so this is a great fight. And before I go, are you going to talk about, during the week, you're going to talk about the numbers for Spence and Porter? Like the predictions on the numbers?
We definitely going to do a pay-per-view prediction show, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but just know, man, y'all better call in and give anonymous names, change your voice up because people catch feelings.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And, man, we should definitely wrap it up for this Porter week.
We is wrapping it up.
I don't think it's gonna do good numbers.
It's Monday, and we already did a Porter Spence show because it's like, normally it starts on Tuesday with fighter arrivals. But let me get to Mike Jerry talking.
Hey, I was gonna say this, man. You think you motherfucking clever, bro?
What's that, brother? How would I do now?
When this shit was all announced, all like beginning to like being spoken about. You came out and you called this guy a cherry. And me being like the logical guy that I am, and I think you knew that I was logical and this is why you did it. I had to come out and defend Kovalev. Like, no, Kovalev is not a cherry. He's a fucking 3-time light heavyweight champion. He arguably beat Andre Ward his first fight. He just beat, this wasn't then, but he just beat Yard. So by me saying that, it gave credence, and it gave Kovalev a in my opinion, a sense of integrity. I don't want to say integrity, but like metal. That he's not a easy fight. And the more and more people call in, the more and more people are saying that it's not an easy fight.
It never been an easy fight. I just always see his greatness.
That's what you wanted from the jump, though. I think that's what you want people to do from the jump. And by you calling it a cherry pick, you got people calling in disagreeing with you. Smart guy, man. You're a very smart guy.
I mean, sometimes things work out, bruh. But yeah, man. It's not a cherry pick in my eyes for sure. For sure. But I'm your host. Oh no, we got Mike Jerry. Mike Jerry, what up?
I'm just listening, fellas.
Oh, okay, champ. Well, on that note, final thoughts. Erik Morales knows boxing. He's not saying it is a mistake, but he's saying we'll see whether or not Canelo made a mistake in making this choice in fighting Sergey the Crusher Kovalev. So, yeah, man, I cannot wait for this fight, man. Props to both men taking this on short notice. I mean, even for Canelo, someone made a big hoopla about him having to move up in weight on this short amount of time. That was JP. And it's right, man. I mean, this is a little bit amount of time to put on all this muscle that you need. So I love it. I love it. The man continues to, shoot for greatness. And I just want to see other fighters following his footsteps. I want to see other fighters look out there and decide how is it that I can make the best possible fight, the biggest possible fight. What were the words that they used? Profitable. What else they used? Beneficial. What else they used? Opportunities. You know, that's what I want to see other fighters do, man. Take that into your hands like Canelo takes his career into his hands, you know? A guy like, listen, a guy, NO, what up with you, champ? You wilding over there. Really? 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 You, no mute. Listen, a guy like Crawford, I mean, he got a plethora of fighters on Top Rank side. He's got ESPN.com. He's got ESPN Plus. He's got ESPN, the terrestrial channel. He's got Max on Boxing. He's got Sports Center. He's got everything at his fingertips. All he got to do is fight. I don't know who's big on Top Rank at 54 or at 60 or at 75, whatever the case may be, you know, so that he could do his own thing. Like when Floyd told Keith one time, the true welterweight king, no, Thurman moved up to 54 and beat up former world champ real quick. Bang, 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 bang. Let me get this win over 154-pounder. Let me show y'all what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And people need to do more of that. That's just me in closing. That's GTO, Instagram, Twitter. I'm out.
We got, you know.
I forgot about NO that quick. NO, what up?
He signed off.
Nah, he did.
You know, talk to me.
He just got to unmute now. He probably busy though.
How my audio sound, man?
You good?
You good?
Check this out. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, bro. I just wanna look, brother. It's not a cherry pick. The Kovalev Canelo fight. It's just a situation to where it's another fight that we ain't asked for. That's all it is. And it's not a bad fight. We just ain't asked for this shit. It like not after either Andre or Charlo, then he go up and fight. You know what I'm saying? Kovalev, everybody would have been. I guarantee this motherfucker would have a whole different outlook on his motherfucking fight for the fans. I'm talking about. It's just the fact we ain't asked for this shit. That's all. Just like Danny and Sean Porter, we ain't asked for that shit. That was a good fight. We just ain't asked for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is, dog. And that's why that fight getting all the flack like that. Now, if like I said, if he'd have did like Charlo did and fought, you know what I'm saying, before he moved up, the guy that everybody wanted to see him fight, like J-Rock, then you move up and fight somebody else, cool. But like, just like Spence, if he go up to 154 and don't fight Crawford, it's gonna be an asterisk. Like, it's gonna be like, yeah, all right, you fighting Jerry Hurd, but we wanted to see the fucking Crawford fight. It's a good fight. We just ain't asked for this shit. And that's all it is. That's my call.
NO, man. Thanks for calling in. Looks like we got Donald. Everybody calling in last minute. Donald, Richmond, California. Talk to us.
I know, my bad. I'm last minute. I just dropped my daughter off at school. You know I always get on Canelo's ass for all of his good wins are tainted. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if he fights Kovalev at the full 175 and you don't slap Kovalev with a rehydration clause, I will give Canelo 110% credit for beating Kovalev at 175 with no rehydration clause. But if there's a rehydration clause, that shit is tainted to me. As far as Canelo, we all know Canelo stays away from them slick black boxers. I mean, the slickest black boxer I've known for him to fight was Austin Trout, and we all know that was kind of tainted with the open scorecard. My honest opinion, if Trout was just a little bit more of a puncher, he would have probably beat Canelo. But, you know, that's probably the one win I can give him credit for, because he fought a slick black fighter. But I believe that, I mean, Andre was probably the most hardest one, I think, in my opinion. Charlo, he might could get Charlo, but he's not going to fight no movers, just like how when Billy Joe wanted to fight him, it was like, oh, no, we fought more. We fought somebody like that. You're a runner. You're a mover. Yeah, and Floyd is supposed to be a runner and a mover, and he beat the brakes off your ass too, huh? So you want to stay away from Billy Joe, and you want to stay away from Andrade. I think Andrade and Billy Joe are the two that could beat Canelo because of the movement and the slickness, you know. But, you know, that's all I got.
All right, Donna. Well, thanks for calling in. I'm your host, Ness GTO. Fellas.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312.
TBV_casual fan is my Twitter and my YouTube channel. Morales, Erik Morales, that is, to me, thinking like a fan. That's all. Of course, it might be a mistake, but we don't know, as Kanye West would say. Until then, November 2nd, or tune in to the Untitled Show.
Oh, man. And I'm Alex Doomsday.
Stop looking Gary Russell. I'm out.
Oh! Yo, hello for the last.
Who?
Yo,
who he said?
Stop ducking Gary Russell. You heard him, Gary Russell.
Who the fuck is that guy?
And you can catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ, or on Twitter, AlexLinusTBV. Okay, we're gonna return with an Untitled maybe later on today, or what's going on with that? Untitled in full effect.
It's on. Hey yo, if you don't get it Untitled, they ducked y'all. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. They ducked y'all.
I think we should get a little 10-minute recess or something.
They ducked y'all.
Stretch the back out.
Watch they 10 minutes turn into 10 hours. They ducked
y'all. Cause I got hit below the belt. I'm in the crib, man. Come on, give me my 5 minutes.
Thumbs up button, man. What's up with the 72?
Give me my 5 minutes.
Yo, Johnny Bravo, we out.
What's the topics though for on TD?
I don't know. Mike talking about we have a day to the dancer and shit.
What about nobody saw the Wu-Tang episodes? Nobody talking about the Tekashi.
Oh yeah, the Tekashi, man. Damn, you want to get in there.
Nobody talking about making up with your ex, being friends, or girl flex.
Shit,
or Saturday night gone wrong, like a story of like you going out and you threw up, you drank too much, or you fell down the stairs when the girl was giving you her number, like something.
Back in the day, Crunkville.
Or last weekend, it don't matter.
I don't get crunk no more like that.
It don't have to be crunk. You could have been suaved out at the restaurant, like come on, I'll get there. I'm gonna order a bottle of champagne down the steps.
Hey yo, do you feel like you can handle liquor more now, or you just kind of like, I gotta drink less?
I think I could handle less now. I think.
Yo, say that shit for Untitled, man.
Cut it. All right, let's do that.